What's going on, guys? Hillside Gardener back with you, and believe it or not, it is actually snowing. So yeah, it might have actually decided to turn winter for a little bit. A couple weeks ago I had about almost 70 degrees in January, or right towards the end of February, or beginning of February I should say, but it's in the 20s. We got a couple snow and actually canceled school today for the kids, so I'm taking advantage of this day here. I'm going to talk about some pepper seeds on the old front porch. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and follow along with this hillside adventure of mine. Alright, so let's get down and start talking about these seeds. Alright guys, so here on the front porch, it's a nice, it's not too cold. It actually feels pretty pleasant outside for me in the 20s. Love the snow. But anyways, it's 2020. So I figured what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to grow 20 new varieties of peppers. 20 peppers I've never grown before. Now, am I going to grow more than that this year? Absolutely, because I'm crazy and I grow tons of peppers, and I actually have a couple opportunities to start producing some commercial peppers. So none of the varieties I'm growing here will be on that commercial side. That's for something else. We'll talk about that later. This is the fun part, just talking about seeds. So I got a little card here with me. Hopefully you don't mind me reading it. I couldn't possibly memorize these. And these are in no particular order. These are just as I pulled them out and kind of decided which ones I had grown, which ones I hadn't grown, and go from there. So number one are Anaheim. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty common pepper. People grow it, all the time, but I've never actually grown Anaheim peppers. So I'm definitely gonna try it this year. Hopefully they do well in this climate. I know they're more of like a New Mexico, California type pepper, bred for more of that environment. So hopefully they do okay for me here. The next one is Chilhuacle Rojo. So I read about this pepper. It comes from southern Mexico. It's actually an indigenous plant, and it's actually becoming very, very rare, hard to find. So I got these seeds, and I'm just going to try to grow them just because of the fact that they are, that really limited or that endangered or maybe just threatened, depending on what level classification they are. So I'm definitely going to try that one out, the Chilhuacle Rojo. Next, a Charleston Hot, which I believe is a Cayenne type. Had a plus next to it, so I guess it means extra hot. We'll find out about that. But yeah, the Charleston Hot, I'm sure you've probably heard of that one. I'm going to grow that for the first time this year as well. Alright, this one is kind of different. This is the Mammoth Jalapeno. Yes, I've grown jalapenos before. Is this cheating? I don't know. But I've never grown the Mammoth Jalapeno. So I'm just going to grow gigantic jalapenos and wrap them in bacon and cheese and everything and have gigantic jalapeno poppers, which is different than regular sized jalapeno poppers somehow. Or not, I don't know. Next up is the Orange Sun. This is a bell type pepper. It's extra sweet. It's orange. It has a early maturity, so that's why I kind of got that at the store. It's, you can get this at your local Lowe's or Home Depot or something. It's just on the regular shelf. I forget which brand of seed company it was from, but it's just a standard orange bell. Next one, I'll butcher this pronunciation. Açı Kirmizi. Okay, I believe this is Croatian, or typically in that general vicinity. If you haven't seen the picture before, it's like red. It has like super corking on it, and by that, if you've ever had grown jalapenos, and when they get past that, right at that maturity, it looks like there's like brown wavy stuff going through it, crisscrossing. That's what is called corking on a pepper. So this is a red with tons of corking all the way through it. It looks like pretty wild looking. I'm just going to grow it as a novelty, see what happens. Next up, we have the golden pepperoncini. So, I love eating pepperoncinis out of the store, the store-bought ones. Figure this year, give it a shot, make my own, see what happens. All right, Fe Grande. I did a week, I think, 4 days. I went to New Mexico 2 years ago, and New Mexico's famous for their chili and their sauces and stuff, and Santa Fe Grande, I believe, is one you can probably use for that, get that authentic New Mexican type chili flavor and everything. So I'm definitely looking forward to those growing. Next are Corbassi. These are supposed to be super skinny, super long. They're not supposed to be hot. You can dry them into a paprika or a chili powder or something like that. So definitely try that one out, just for the novelty. I would never pronounce this one next. This is number 10, by the way, if you're counting along. Leutschauer Paprika. I don't know. I talked about this in my last video about the Baker Creek Seed Haul number 2. Go back and check that out. There's more information. But they're trying out a Hungarian paprika pepper, some authentic paprika from Hungary. Number 11, again, like the jalapeno. Have I grown cayennes before? Sure have. But this is the giant, supposedly giant Mammoth Cayenne. How much bigger is it than a regular cayenne? I don't know. Is it just for marketing? I don't know. We'll find out, because I have grown cayennes. I know what they're supposed to look like as far as the plants get, how the fruit and everything. So we'll see how much more larger these are than a standard cayenne. So this is kind of a trial and error. All right, so a couple of these seeds coming up here, I actually got from a buddy of mine, Dave Schramm, who grown at home in West Virginia. Grown at Home WV is his YouTube channel. Definitely follow along. Awesome dude, doing some awesome things for the chili community and just for West Virginia in general. Just getting more of that commercial type pepper industry just up and going. He makes his own blends and powders and things like that. Awesome stuff. Can't recommend it enough. So there you go, Dave. That was on the house. He didn't ask me to do that. That's just me talking, okay? Jay's Sugar Rush Peach. I'm sure you heard of that. Super sweet, but it's a little bit of heat. He also gave me the Yellow Space Chili and the Big Bang Space Chili, which I was totally stoked about because I'm a big space nerd. Maybe you guys don't know that. I think I've ever talked about it, but that's all right. That's beside the point. So yeah, the Yellow Space Chili and the... Sorry about that technical glitch. So yeah, the space chilies. Definitely looking forward to growing those. Okay, next up is Quadrato di Asti Rosso, an Italian sweet pepper, similar to a bell but not quite. So that's red, super sweet. Looking forward to growing that one. Bought that at Home Depot, Lowe's, one of the two. It's readily available. Jay's Red Ghost Scorpion. I'm kind of terrified of that one. If I haven't mentioned before, I'm really not a fan of the taste of scorpions. I do like ghost peppers. So ghost scorpion, hopefully we get more of the ghost flavor. Or hopefully nothing of the scorpion comes through, because I don't like scorpions. But I'm going to grow it because I'm sure it'll be extremely hot, and that's what people like, super crazy hot, and watching people eat crazy hot things and freaking out. So that may or may not happen. Depends on how many likes and comments, etc. I get on these videos. That might, wink wink, give me a little more incentive to do some crazy things like that. Next up is called an oily paste. Okay, I got this, so one of my friends gave me a pod that he grew of the oily paste pepper. It's super sweet. I don't know if there's any heat at all, but it's had more of a kind of the squishier texture of a serrano, and I really liked it, so kept the seeds from it. Haven't grown it since, but I definitely need to do it now. And it's getting cold, so I'm trying to speed up here. Alright, next up is the rocoto la huala. Don't really know anything about it. It's orange. It's supposed to be a little bit above average on the rocoto pepper size, so we'll try that out. Okay, the next two peppers, well, let's go with number 19. We're almost to the end, guys. Number 19, I mentioned it in a couple videos before, and I believe it was my New Year's starting seed video. It's called the Hillside Surprise. Now, remember I had the pepper patch at the grandpa's house, growing the peppers in the woods and everything. And when I went to harvest the peppers, I saw an unusual pod that didn't match up with anything I remember planting. Took a bite of it. It was super sweet at first and really juicy, and then all of a sudden, boom, like it just destroyed my tongue. It was insanely hot, like super intense, and then it just didn't last long. Shot up real fast, about a 2-minute burn, and back to nothing. But it was insane. So I'm not sure what I've done or what crossed and whatever, because I always save my seeds and everything probably mixed together. I couldn't tell you what's in it. It sort of reminded me of the ghost pepper smell, so it's kind of like a ghost pepper maybe crossed with something. It was insane. So yes, technically I did grow it last year, but it was on accident, so it doesn't count. So this year I'm going to grow it from seed on purpose and nurture it and watch the plants grow, and then go from there. So I'm going to grow that one. Alright, and last but not least of my new varieties, my number 20 for 2020 pepper. A friend of mine went on a trip to West Africa and was at the hotel or something like that, and the chef, they always had dried chilies in the table for condiments, and they brought a couple seeds home. Not trying to get anybody in trouble. Anyways, they grew them out, so they were delicious, and it's it's spicy, but yet it adds an awesome flavor. So they grew it, made chili and chili sauce and stuff out of it. They actually wanted chili cook-off using this as the basis for their chili. So I was gifted some seeds from that. I can't tell you what the name of the pepper is. I don't know, neither do they. But it's a pepper from West Africa and dried into a drying pepper. So it's not a big sweet pepper, thickly fleshed. I was told it's a small similar to a Thai pepper size, a small 2 to 3 inch pepper that's you can dry out. So there you go, guys. That's 20 brand new varieties I'm going to grow this year. Not necessarily here, but you know, a couple of different places I'm going to be growing some peppers. Haven't decided what I'm going to do where and how much of what, so I'm very certain that I'm quickly going to get in over my head, like always, but that's okay. And of these, I might just grow one of each of these. I may grow 2 of the sweeter peppers, just because if I produce a lot, I'm sure to eat them. But if you grow 7 of the you know, ghost scorpion plants, good luck to you, sir, trying to use those, because that's just going to light people up. And if you're not into super hot, you're not going to just waste your time growing and taking care of all these plants. But anyways, yeah, I'd like to talk to you about one more thing. Well, I got you, and that's why would you grow so many different varieties of plants? And here's a good lesson for you, okay? Every year I always grow new things. And I take the attitude that I'm going to try 5 or 6 new peppers. This year 20. Usually it's about 5. That 2 of those 5 I'm going to like, and 3 of them I'm absolutely going to hate or be indifferent to, which happens every year. I grow something, plants are awesome, the pods look great, but just something about it. Maybe it's the taste, maybe it's the flavor, maybe it's the aftertaste, maybe it's too spicy, something. Something about it I just don't enjoy. And you know, lessons learned, don't grow it again. So if you grow, you know, 2 of the same plants every year, you're never going to know what you're missing, for one, because there are literally hundreds and hundreds of varieties of peppers. So definitely get out there and check out some different kind of peppers. But yeah, if you have somebody who grows a lot of peppers and they just, you know, they want to lend you a pod, it's so easy to save your own seeds, or just have somebody else save them and just, you know, ship them off to you, or trade them for something else, a different kind of seed, whatever you may or may want to do. But yeah, like I'm saying, it's so easy to save pepper seeds. There's so many around. Just try growing new stuff. If you don't like it, it's okay. You know, just write it off as I'm just gonna sorry, let the car pass here. All right. Anyways, just write it off as, hey, it was a fun experiment. You watch something grow, and you know, maybe you don't like it. Maybe a family member might like it, or your neighbor or someone. You know, give it away. They'd be happy to take it, I'm sure. But you know, that just goes without saying. Experimenting in the garden is just something I always do. Always keeping it interesting, and you know, trying new varieties of peppers. So hopefully you guys got some entertainment out of this as I sit here on the front porch freezing, talking about pepper seeds, hoping that it gets warm soon so I can go plant some pepper seeds, which will be happening in the next 2 weeks or so. And I will definitely keep you guys informed about that, show you how I'm planting all these seeds that I gotta somehow figure out what I'm gonna do with all these new plants now. I was keep them separated and labeled and all this stuff that goes into it. But oh yeah, last thing. So anyways, these are if you can see this, these are just the sleeves that you would put, say, baseball cards in, right? So I have so many seeds that is going out of control as I was sifting through my giant shoe boxes full of pepper seeds that I need to start organizing, because it's just legitimately getting insane. So I'm going to try this out. I saw this other people have done this, gardeners, so I recommend that. Trying to keep yourself a little bit more sane and organized, something I definitely need to work on. So I'm going to get back inside. I'm going to start getting my seeds put in these little dividers here, and hopefully get some warmth, because I'm starting to get cold on my face, because it didn't seem so bad at first, but it's the wind's really starting to pick up and cheeks are definitely getting cold. So thanks guys for watching my 2020 new seeds, 20 new seeds for 2020 video. There we go. Alright, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time on the hillside. Hopefully it's warmer. I'm going inside. I'll see you around. Bye.